Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the biggest show in the world, Sports Bettors TV. We are here. It's our favorite weekend. This is the Moneymaker Weekend, NFL Playoffs. Looking forward to rocking and rolling with these games with the 1 and 2 seeds hosting the playoff games. Got the shakier teams coming in, and you got some thick lines, but you know what? At the end of the day, you know how we play, and we do money lines here and there. We do some points with some underdogs sometimes, but I have a feeling we're going to make some money. I got my boy, The Dream. What's going on, player?
What's up,
how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm excited. This is a great weekend, because you have 4 games on this weekend. It's a great weekend here. A little bit of the dustier teams are weeded out. We got one dusty team lurking in the woods, but we'll point them out as we get to them.
Yes.
We're going to start out the gate. We're going to start off with Saturday. Oh, by the way, last week we did pretty good. It was a winning week in general.
No doubt.
I was huge on the Colts, which was a major play for me, and we hit with that. Yeah, I did give a lean towards Pittsburgh, which was an upset, but I said go easy. You were big last week too?
Carolina and the Colts, baby. Moneyline parlay. It actually paid a little bit over plus money, so I was happy with that, and I'm looking forward to taking that into this week and doubling it, kids. So let's rock and roll and see what we got.
Definitely. As always, guys, listen to the Daily Show. We're on every day, 9 to 10 Eastern Standard Time, and on the weekends, 10 to 11. And Dr. Dan, he joins us on the weekends. We're going to start off with the Baltimore Ravens at the New England Patriot game.
Nice.
That's Saturday at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. 2 teams that really know each other. It is my opinion that if there's a ripple in this weekend, this is the ripple game. I'm not really a big fan of this game. My boy is a little bit on it, a little bit harder than me. I'm kind of going to stay away a little bit because just for some reason, I got a queasy feeling in my stomach. So why don't you tell them what you think about this game?
All right, guys, listen, I am all over the New England Patriots this week. As you know, I'm not giving the points. I'm going to do a money line parlay with them and another team, but I'm looking at New England. I'm looking at them this year. Baltimore has typically knocked them off. Belichick knows this. Brady knows this. Gronk knows this. The whole package knows it. They've probably been preparing for Baltimore for like 2 weeks now. I've seen New England all year long. I mean, you take Baltimore's defense versus Detroit's defense. You saw what they did to Detroit at home, being New England Patriots. New England Patriots are 7-1 at home. They lost to Buffalo, but that game, obviously, they sat everybody. So I'm looking at New England to get Baltimore out of their way and win this game, and win this game pretty well. I wouldn't be surprised if they even covered the spread, to be honest with you. But to back myself up, I'm going to do the money line parlay with them. As far as Baltimore's defense is concerned, on the road, they played well last week against Pittsburgh, granted, without one of their star players, but they're Jekyll and Hyde, and I think this is the game where Baltimore lays an egg and the New England Patriots beat them. So that's my play. That's play number 1.
Well, you got the Baltimore Ravens coming in with the ever so handsome Mr. Suggs. Keep your helmet on, player.
Oh, no. He's gonna have a tough time against Brady and Gronk and all that.
It's a tough game. Baby. It's a tough spot. I didn't pick a side in this game because I think it's just a tough game. So I wish you a lot of luck. I'm gonna root for you. I'm gonna get on, but
I'm gonna win.
I've been foaming at the mouth for this next game right here because, as I said, there's always one dusty team lurking in the woods, and the one that's lurking are the Carolina Panthers. Boy, the Panthers, listen, the Panthers won last week, but they won in the ugliest fashion ever, and thank God it was awful Ryan Lindley at the helm at quarterback for Arizona, because if it wasn't for the rookie quarterback in Arizona, it just would not have gone well.
I don't know if I agree with you. They held him to 70 yards.
Dude, he threw an interception on the 10-yard line.
I get it. Yeah, but Carolina did give them a lot of turnovers as well, so that should have been way more lopsided.
That's what I'm saying. But Carolina, they did not look well. I mean, Cam looked like he was in agonizing pain for the majority of the game. You want to run into Seattle looking like that, it'll be like sharks smelling blood in the water. Sherman will be running his mouth like me. They'll be running around high-fiving. They'll be going crazy out there. Marshawn Lynch will be throwing Skittles in the air for everybody. It should just be a scene of pandemonium out there. Carolina's not going to know what hit them. You guys know I don't give out the spreads. I always money line. In this case, I'm not really afraid of the spread, but I am going to money line. But if you guys got to take the spread, feel free to do it because I don't really have a problem here in this game. I see Seattle winning big. I see the game maybe going a little bit tight at the beginning. Seattle not really blowing them out. Maybe even the Carolina up 3-0 in the first quarter. 7-3 to 10-7 at the half, and then they open the floodgates and go on a tear. How do you feel about Seattle?
Seattle, well, number one, I look at the last 3 matchups versus Carolina. Seattle won 13-9 last year, 12-7 the year before, and 16-12 the year before that. So I'm expecting a little bit of the same stuff, a little defensive matchup here. I got to watch a little bit more film on this game. I want to see how Seattle's defensive ends cover that read option that Cam's going to be doing. I didn't like Cam's demeanor last week, I'll be honest with you, so I have a feeling that Seattle probably going to win the game, but I'm a little biased because I have Carolina in the future to win the Super Bowl. $30 pays $22,500. So
keep hope alive.
Hey, you know what? That's what they said about other plays that I've done. So you know what? As a matter of fact, I'm going to wait. I'm going to see if it becomes a stomach ache. I could probably get a live line in for a few $100 or something like that and make money either way if I bet Seattle. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to stay away from that game just because I'm a little biased about it. So let's go into the next one, like you said, with Dallas and Green Biscuit.
Everyone in the country is against either you're a Cowboy fan or you're against the Cowboys.
Lines in the sand.
That's
right
all
now
you got. The line has been drawn in the sand. The American public is disgusted with the Dallas Cowboys right now in the NFL after last week's events with the picking up of the flag and Dez running out in the middle of the field and him not getting a flag all kinds of nonsense that went on that game. The bright spot for everyone is while the Dallas Cowboys are 8-0 on the road, the Green Bay Packers are 8-0 at home.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So, we got Green Bay. We got Green Bay coming in this game. We got it at Lambeau Field. We got the weather cold. We got Aaron Rodgers ready. We got the offense prepped up. We got Dallas coming in thinking that they are so good, thinking their running game is so off the hook, thinking that their defense is not as suspect as it is. But we saw Detroit expose that defense last week. Expect for them to be completely naked this week.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, it's going to look like a Playboy photo shoot, okay, when Green Bay is done with them. Green Bay is going to have guys running all over the field, Jordy Nelson and company. I expect to see my man Lacey do a little bit of his thing with the running game. I expect Green Bay to be high as kites, running hard, and I expect Green Bay to win this game. And I expect them to embarrass the Dallas Cowboys in this game because Dallas's defense, as I've been telling you guys all season, is not a good defense, and you're especially not good against the pass.
Well, you know what? I'm looking at this, and I look at how Green Bay starts at home. Right out the gate, it's usually 7-0, 14-0, stuff like that. Aaron Rodgers just does not have it at home. So I'm looking at this, and they struggle a little bit against Detroit, but it's an interdivision rival, and you got the #1 rushing defense in the league that they played. So I'm looking at Green Bay to fly high here as well. I'm getting rid of the points. I'm going to money line them. With my first team, which was the New England Patriots, because I feel that's a really solid play. And as a matter of fact, because all you Cowboy fans want to bet the Dallas Cowboys, you're actually making the line teeter down a little bit for me. So keep doing it. Keep doing it. And all the analysts out there that are calling the Baltimore Ravens, keep doing it as well. So this way I can get better value on my play. I'm going to wait till probably Sunday around 5 minutes before game time to put that play in because the lines are going down. So I'm excited about that. So what you got for the last one, player?
Last game on the ticket is my boy. Y'all know I've been following him all year. Can't wait to see him at the helm. Can't wait to see him in his playoff debut. You know how he gets down in the playoffs. You got Andrew Luck coming in. They beat Cincinnati last week. We rode high on that. We cashed with the Colts. But you guys know the Colts defense is dusty. And Peyton Manning should absolutely rip apart this defense. Denver can run the ball now, which is even more of a problem. They can throw the ball now, which is even more of an issue. They can do anything they want to do. They've already beaten the Colts one time this year. Already showed them who daddy is. Yeah, Luck replaced Manning in Indy, but Luck is still the understudy, okay? Peyton Ball's going to show you why he is the man. And I know, he's a little bit banged up, you guys are thinking, but trust me, Peyton's ready for this game. You know he's going to be ready. You know he's going to be excited. You know he's going to know every ripple, everything to do against the Colt defense, which pretty much against the Colt defense, you just line up and say, go deep.
Yeah, right. No doubt. Right. And since he had people wide open.
Since he did have people wide open, and my man Dalton couldn't hit the right side of a barn if he needed to. So I look for Peyton and surgically destroy the Indianapolis Colts. That being said, here is the forecast for the Dreams wager. It is a 3-team money line parlay.
Pay, all right.
It is the Denver Broncos, it is the Green Bay Packers, and it is the Seattle Seahawks in a 3-team money line parlay, and that's what I'm rolling with. If you check the 10-point tees, maybe even the 7-point tees. I think you're going to need the 10-point tees to get rid of Seattle's points.
Yeah.
But the 7-point tees might work if you're comfortable with that. I don't feel that you can go wrong either way with that. I'm going to moneyline parlay because you know that's what I do.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get involved with that. And if you don't like, the Seattle game, you can just take Denver and Green Bay on Sunday.
Yep, I like it. Yeah, and I'm doing Green Biscuit and the New England Patriots. That's the play. So I'm staying away from one of your games, and you're staying away from one of mine.
Yes, I am.
Whatever. But basically, we're feeling all the favorites here,
yes,
guys.
We are.
So, that doesn't always happen, but I'm kind of liking it, and I really feel that I don't see any of them losing this week. So,
hey, I said, there's a reason why you're a favorite.
No doubt, man.
The last time I bet an underdog is when Ali fought Liston.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so real quick. All right, so as you know, guys, sportsbetterstv.com, we have all the best lines you're going to find. So if you're playing one of these games and you're given the points, you're crazy to play 7, you might as well go somewhere else and play 6 if you're taking a favorite. So shop your lines, shop your futures, because there's a lot of futures out there, including they actually have props for Super Bowl matchups now. So it's kind of like you almost look at it as like a AFC, NFC conference winner parlay type thing. So it's pretty cool, man. So you might want to check that out. Go to our website. Go to the Sportsbooks page. You'll see all the links to all the books, all the descriptions and everything, so you can get an idea of bonuses and what you got going on there, and all the best lines and whatnot, and all our videos, all our podcasts, the whole package are there. Guys, you got anything left before we close this thing out?
Nothing.
Kid?
There's a plethora of options out there, guys. Do not limit yourself playing with your grandfather's guy. Get out there, get online. Use every tool available to you to put this thing in your favor. There's no reason why you should be getting beaten, especially not by no points with all the options you have out there available to yourselves. This should be a great weekend for football, and we'll be back next week to give you the forecast for next week as well. Thank you so much for all your support, and always remember, we win
all day, guys. So we are the biggest show in the world. You're going to find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Google+, all the social media outlets. We are there. Sports Bettors TV, sportsbetterstv.com. We love you to death. Go out and get that money. Let's go.
Peace.